I gave up on art. When I was a naive 13-year-old boy, I had a plan that would make me the richest man on the planet. Obviously, this idea seems absurd in retrospect, but these were the dreams of a child. The plan was held by pillars. Pillars that are skills I could use to gain money. One of the pillars happened to be my ability to draw. It was all fun and well, until AI appeared. I was devastated. My already growing inferiority complex spiraled even more. So I stopped. I gave up. I never drew again. What's worse is, 3 years ago, I lost everything. My PC, all the projects I had, so I was forced to stop and give up on everything. During my time away from YouTube, I was given a chance to introspect, and introspect I did. Eventually, I managed to regain my passion on not just art but life itself. So that's why in this video, I copied 100 artists to regain my passion for art. Will I once again lose to AI? Or will I regain my passion for art? Watch till the end to find out. And also, I've been doing this for 100 years and I'm still not monetized. So please, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and maybe share, comment, like, and clip this and send this to your friends too. With that, let's get on with the video. So you may be wondering, what was I doing when I was away? Okay, maybe you're not wondering that, but anyhow, this is what I was doing. Yeah, it's not exactly pretty. So anyhow, I was doom scrolling on Facebook and I keep seeing art tutorials, and even though I already gave up on art and at this point I haven't drawn in like about a year or so, I still decided to make a group chat with me, myself and I and send all the tutorials there. Funny thing is, I never even drew a single artwork even though the GC's name is 100 Days Art Challenge. Like what? My theory is that subconsciously, there was always a spark, an ember, a small teeny tiny little flame that kept me going. Me sending those tutorials to myself were like my way of having hope, I guess. It may be the dreamer inside me continuing to dream, even if all hope seems lost. Yet I remain unchanged, still not drawing. Until someone appeared. Long story short, I met this beautiful girl in 7-Eleven and I was so mesmerized that I drew her. Then we talked and I drew her some more. And I drew her again and again and again. I drew her a bunch essentially. And I actually had a plan of animating her. Yes, she was so beautiful that my desire to animate actually came back. I won't bore you guys with the details, but I kind of fumbled the bag, you know, with all the mental baggage and misfortunes I had at the time. So then I stopped drawing again. I went back to doing my own thing. Bed rotting, doom scrolling, whatever you call it. But no matter what I do, I still keep seeing art everywhere. In my house, with my friends, at school, with my cousins, on social media. Everywhere I go, art is always there. It's like art persists regardless of how well AI progresses. And then another turning point happened. ReZero Season 4 came out! And you know me, I love ReZero. I love ReZero more than any other media out there. ReZero has saved my life more than I can count, and it's not even an exaggeration. I plan on doing a video on it at some point in time, but until then, let's continue with the story. So I sat with myself for a long time, wondering why I stopped and why did I even draw in the first place. To get my answers, I interviewed some artists. So the interview actually lasted longer than I expected, so if you guys want to go check it out, the short and full versions are in the description below. They're not translated, so sorry about that. But yeah, the interview I'll show you here will just be the highlights and the answers I felt were most relevant to the video. I couldn't invite every artist I wanted to, because some of them were shy, some couldn't make it, and we also had a bit of a language barrier, you know. Plus, the video is already long enough as it is. But I'll still show their socials. They're on screen right now, and they're also in the link in the description. So if you guys like their work, go check them out. Maybe commission them a thing or two, or just show them some support. And with that, let's get on with the interview.
Parang Jessica Soul.
Yung ganyan. Okay, I'm gonna record and I'm gonna ask you questions. So before we start, would you like to introduce yourself and what you do?
My name is Minoya Flowerfall. I do 2D illustrations and I go to art college. I do arts for life.
My name is Montuna and I'm a traditional and digital artist.
Hi everyone, I'm Vince. I'm a BMMA student at CIIT.
Hi, I'm Amarjan. Yung art sa IG and TikTok. 18 years old, nakatira dito lang. Dito lang. Okay na yun.
My name is Chris, and I'm like one of the most handsome people in the world, bro.
Okay, I guess. I can neither confirm nor
What you
deny. Are you ready for the first question?
Oh, yes.
Why do you draw?
I wanna express my current
Emotions.
feelings, you feel me?
I see.
Like if like an idea pops up in my head, either write it or draw it.
The reason I started drawing is because back when I was junior high school, my classmates or former friends are artists and are really good at drawing. Then I got influenced.
I started drawing because I didn't really find passion in culinary. It was more of like parang necessity lang sa buhay. Initially, dapat magko-culinary ako.
Madali lang yan. Nag-start tayo kasi gaya-gaya ako. Charot.
Gaya.
Hindi. Meron kasi akong ate, pinsan ko siya. So like nakita ko siya nagdo-draw, tapos nagko-color, and then parang na-fascinate ako kasi parang nagko-combine ka lang ng lines and you're making something. Tapos sa color naman, parang jumble, and then you're making something, di ba? Mix, and then voila, a new color. Ganun.
Pwede.
Nag-start akong mag-drawing nung nakita ko yung papa ko na nagdo-drawing sa papel. Ginagawa niya yun para sa tattoo na ginagawa niya. So may client na nag-request sa kanya na patato at nakita ko yung drawing niya na kung paano niya ginagawa yun. At nakita ko yun, nailib ako, grabe. Kasing galing. Kuha niya yung reference na ginagaya niya.
What's
Damn.
the next question, bro?
The next question. What makes you continue drawing?
I think the same answer as the first question, bro.
Consistency, motivation, as well discipline.
I would say it's like, I don't know, I'm just always satisfied with the outcome na yung mga pinaghirapan ko.
Actually, it's a dying passion, pero pinili ko siya ulit kasi I want to, parang improve more.
Actually, passion ko lang siya. Parang once na mahawakan ko yung papel at pencil, wala na. Parang ang bilis ng oras na, lumilipas.
Do you have a favorite piece that you've made?
Favorite illustration that I've made is my main OC, and her name is Mio.
Favorite artwork ko of all time is yung from last year. This is actually my last artwork from 2025. It's kind of like parang yung accumulation ng experience na nakuha ko. Tapos yung current favorite ko is this one from last week. This is also kind of like new beginning ko. This is actually about like para kapag na-burnout ako. Tapos it's also kind of like I drew all these flowers because they're kind of like a symbol for everything I love. I have everything I love around me.
Siyempre yung latest ko.
Let's see.
Eto.
Yan. Nakita ko yung speed paint mo niyan. Ganda, maganda.
Yeah, ito. Ito yung pinaka-favorite ko right now. Kasi kung titignan mo yung art account ko, parang yun lang yung meron akong matinong background.
Mm-hmm.
Bago mag-start ng portrait, ito yung una kong work. Before pa nito, meron pa siyang pinakauna kaso nabigay ko na sa... Actually, siya yung nakilala ko. Siguro puppy love siguro. Parang greatest love. Ayun, download. Actually, siya yung nag-inspire sa akin na magpatuloy sa pagdodrawing and improve yung work ko. Tapos ito naman, yung pinaka-latest work ko. Actually, inspired siya sa work ni John Vermeer, yung Girl with Earrings. Yan, pinaka-latest. May mga work pa ako na ginagawa pero...
Hyper-realistic talaga, guys. Moving on, have you ever wanted to quit?
Oo, siguro pag art block.
Burn
yung
out.
pinakalaban ng mga artists.
Actually, recently because it's hard to gain audience.
A lot of times, oo, sobra.
What kept you going then?
Again, nagustuhan ko kasi yung mga artworks ng iba.
What is the biggest insecurity you have as an artist?
I can't draw for shit, bro.
What?
I'll say hands.
I guess like my biggest insecurity as an artist is like I can't exactly handle malaking audience.
Siguro ako pa rin yung artist na hindi pa rin masyadong marunong mag-color. Yun talaga yung pinaka-weakness ko, color talaga.
Wala naman, pero may pet peeve ako. Pag may nanonood sa akin pag nagdo-drawing ako, parang wala yung ko pagka-artist.
Alright, we're moving on from art questions to AI art. What are your thoughts about AI before we start?
Most artists really hate AI art.
Fuck AI, bro.
But to me, I sometimes I use it to practice my lines or anatomy.
So you use it like as a reference.
Yes, reference.
I would say like siya, halong-halo siya ng mga pagnanakaw ng arts ng iba.
Scared!
Scared?
Natatakot ako kasi in a sense na baka maging parang replacement yun sa mga artists.
Wala akong masyado na, pero yung mga nagki-claim na mga AI artists, parang hindi sila artist kasi AI mismo yung gumagawa eh. Parang mas may respeto pa ako sa mga nagtitrace kaysa sa mga nag-AI art. Parang kasi, ang disrespectful niya kasi sabihin natin iharap mo sila kay General Luna. Iharap mo sila kay Juan Luna. No, walang reference yun. Parang based on ideas lang. Nag-aaral ng anatomy.
Has AI changed the way you think about art?
Nah.
Not really, but I would say na I am more proud na mas naranasan kong like parang insecure ako about sa arts ko kasi like parang human nature, may naging insecure tayo sa hindi tayo magaling sa ginagawa natin. Kapag AI art, hindi mo mafe-feel yan eh. It just doesn't feel human. Kaya that's why it's soulless.
Ang deep! Naapektuhan ako kahit papano in how I create my art. Like, for example, na dati hindi ako nag-watermark, naglagay tayo ng watermark.
Same.
Hindi ako,
Alam mo yung parang noise, tapos si overlay, tas mababa yung opacity. Di ba yung anti-AI stealing?
Wala akong pakisano eh. So kung meron kasi milipas yung panahon, nag-evolve talaga yung kung ano yung meron tayo, mga kultura natin. Parang pabago ng pabango. Ay, pabango ng pabango? Pabago ng pabago. Pabago ng pabago.
Pabago no.
Milipas yung panahon, pabago ng pabago yung kultura natin, yung mga nakasanayan natin. Actually, nakaka-benefit rin ako sa kahit papaano eh. Pero di ko sinusuportahan dahil sa issue ngayon na paksiliga.
Does AI art motivate you or discourage you?
Oh, no.
Para sa akin, both.
Both?
Because the way it encouraged me, someday AI will replace us. The way it motivates me is that I can use it as reference when I'm practicing like hands or practicing pose for anatomy.
No, it motivates me. Kasi I can like show my arts to them na parang mas maganda pa. I can like flex my arts to them and say na ginawa ko talaga to. Bawat sulok ng artwork, ganun. Yung mga insignificant stuff sa artworks ko, gawa ko yun lahat.
It motivates me to create more and to talo them. Ganon!
Siguro, discourage oo. Kasi dahil nga doon sa mga nagki-claim ng artwork sa AI, parang nakakawalang
So what do you think AI can never replace?
So,
Soul.
Yung soul essence ng mga artworks na ginagawa nila. You're supposed to like struggle and shit. Sorry for the word.
I think, kasi di ba in every arts, parang may meaning to sa artist. Like
Yeah.
parang hindi siya basta-basta ganun lang.
Oo.
Feeling ko yun yung hindi mare-replace. Yung parang purpose or like yung meaning ng art na gagawin mo. Ganun.
Siguro yung pagiging talento ng mga bawat Pilipino, bawat tao, ay yung never nila mako-conquer.
Next question. If AI becomes perfect tomorrow, would you still draw?
Yeah, I would still draw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
May further explanation ka dun?
Wala na.
Wala
Ayoko na.
Okay na yun. Before we end the interview, let's go for some quick fun time questions,
Quickie?
okay?
Whoa,
What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Yung pinaka-best compliment ko siguro is yung yung best compliment na nakuha ko sa isang tao is galing sa kanya, I wouldn't exactly call it a compliment because it's more of like parang natatakot siya. But like, sinasabi niya sa akin na he has a feeling na parang masusurpass ko siya as an artist.
Maganda ako mag-line art, gano'n. Parang hindi ko na kailangan mag-line art mismo. Like parang 'pag nag-sketch ako malinis, gano'n.
Siguro, yung time na ginamit ng mga teachers ko yung artwork ko para sa presentation nila sa contemporary art para pakita sa mga ibang estudyante.
Last question. Finish the sentence. Art is
Beautiful.
Art is not a competition.
Art is life.
Art is life.
Art is everything.
And that concludes the interview. I had another person I wanted to interview, but she said she couldn't be on call, so I just sent her the questions and made her answer them. Here's what she said. Just pause to read. Though I know that wouldn't do it justice, so I made her send a voicemail of her socials, so be sure to check her out.
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok. The name is July.art. And my commissions are open. You can find me if you're interested.
With my newly found wisdom, I set out to finally continue my art journey. I went outside once more, and instead of being confused by the amount of art I see, I now feel blessed. I felt hope in humanity's desire to pursue art, even against machine. Then I got bored, so I looked through my friend's artwork. Then I got bored of that too, so I looked at mine. Upon seeing my past artworks, it reminded me of the kid I once was. It reminded me that art is a skill that takes time to polish. I was insecure about the fact that AI was better, but Minoya was right. No AI will ever feel the emotions I feel whenever I make art. With the interview over, me seeing other people's art, and this revelation, I had all the motivation I needed to draw. And then conveniently enough, I found an art competition. It was for a Roblox game that I was playing at the time called Murim Cultivation, and I decided to join. The winner would receive in-game awards along with some Robux, but there was a problem. I didn't have a tablet or a stylus or really anything that would make digital art convenient, but I did have my phone, and that's usually how I drew digitally anyways. I'd sketch everything traditionally on paper first, then take a picture of it and trace it into digital art. So I grabbed some paper and started drawing Lume. So they gave us 2 weeks or 1 month, I think, to make a fan art, but I procrastinated a lot. Plus, I had a lot of pixel art commissions to do, so I didn't really get to make it in time. So long story short, I had 6 hours to finish this drawing. So yeah, anyhow, enjoy the speed paint.
T'avais juste à lever le cil. J'étais prêt à graver ton image à l'encre noire sous mes paupières, afin de te voir, même dans un sommeil éternel. Même dans un sommeil éternel. Même dans un sommeil éternel. J'étais censé t'aimer, mais j'ai vu l'inverse. J'ai cligné tes yeux, tu n'étais plus la même. Est-ce que je t'aime? Je sais pas si je t'aime. Est-ce que tu m'aimes? Je sais pas si je t'aime.
So I didn't win, but it was fun joining an art competition for the first time. Then sometime after that, a friend of mine came to school with a tablet one day. He received it from a family member and he decided to use it to start his own art journey. And seeing someone start his own journey reminded me of my own art journey. It reminded me. It reminded. Like I went from this to this. Like what? I did this? And what is this? I did that? That's so ass. This is so good. What? How's that possible? How did he go from this to this? Like what? What I forgot was the fact that during the time between this drawing and this drawing, I was actively improving. Not because I needed to, it was just because I loved drawing. And it just so happens that the consequences of me loving to draw is me improving at drawing. Sure, I spent a painstaking amount of time to get from here to here. But at the time, when it was the past me doing it, it didn't feel painful because I loved doing it. Time just passed by and I just came to think subconsciously that, oh, this is how I am. I've always known how to draw, even though in reality, I am not the best artist. I never knew how to draw. This is how I drew. Like, it never occurred to me. I didn't remember. I didn't realize that I once didn't know how to draw art. It wasn't natural talent. I wasn't born with it. It wasn't a natural gift. I practiced it over and over till I got good at it. So I'm getting off topic. So back to the main story now. So obviously that gave me more motivation. And also, he was kind enough to let me borrow the tablet. And I did. And now, finally having access to an actual tablet made me decide to take my digital art more seriously. Then around this time, ReZero Season 4 came out. So I decided that for my first drawing in over 1 billion years with an actual tablet, I decided, why not draw a character from one of my favorite animes of all time? So I did. And let's roll another time lapse. Let's roll another speed paint or something. Go, go, go. The funny thing is, it occurs to me that I didn't post a speed paint of it on both TikTok and YouTube. So I'm just gonna upload a shorts video or TikTok, whatever. After finishing the drawing, I gave the tablet back to my friend. And just like that, I'm back to square one. I was honestly just about ready to stop drawing again, but then somehow I got lucky. Yes, me and luck in the same sentence. Oh my god. I remember that my cousin had an iPad that he destroyed when he was 7. And after all these years, my mother somehow got it fixed. So I went up to her and asked if I could borrow the iPad because, you know, my cousin, he already has his phone. He doesn't need an iPad, you know, and he's older now. So, well, let me borrow that. I'm gonna borrow that. She said yes. So now, after struggling with paper, drawing with my fingers on a phone, and borrowing a friend's tablet, I finally have my own way to draw. And with that, I was unstoppable. So let's cue the drawing montage. Okay, the video's getting way too long, so let's do a speed run real quick. I found these at a restaurant. I'm really good at seeing things that aren't there.
Ito yung bunganga, ayun o. Gawa naman nakanganga. Ito yung mata, tapos ito yung mata. Tapos, pag wyvern naman, ito yung head. Ito yung ano ng body. Yung body, tapos head. Ito yung pakpak. Ito yung pakpak.
I copied Rhythm's coloring. I copied Woodwood's line art. This is where I got the Adam reference. This is where I got the Technoblade reference. This is where I got the Alex reference. For the Trissy reference, I can't show it to you because, you know, it's not safe for work. But just know that I used this as reference, this as reference, and this as reference, and maybe some other. I tried to make like a cosmic horror on the hand thing, type of body horror, cosmic stuff, like those meat beehives and whatever tentacles I could think of, but I just couldn't quite get it right. So yeah. Anyhow, that's all. Now back to the main me. Sending all those art tutorials to myself may have subconsciously taught me how to do them. But not just that, it may have nudged something in me to continue drawing again. Now I'm able to elevate my drawing to a level that I never thought I could reach, even in my prime. Like, look at this. Isn't this majestic? Oh my god, look at this. Look at this, look at this. Majestic coloring, bro. The printing is ass, but like, it's good. I'll show the digital part. Look at this. So is this it? Have I finally regained my passion for art? Well, yes and no. Because you see, I do have my passion for art. Yes, that's true. But no, to be honest, I never actually lost it. Sure, I stopped drawing, but art isn't just drawing. Almost everything else I do is also part of art. Editing, photography, writing, dancing, singing, even working out. Yes, it's a form of art, like art for fitness or something. I don't know. I can't avoid art. We can't avoid art. It's just something that's always there no matter what. And I lied again because AI isn't actually my enemy. At first it was. I thought it was. But in reality, it was me fighting against myself, my own insecurities, my own flaws, you know? Sure, AI made it harder for me to win against myself, but AI also made it easier for me to understand myself. What I'm getting at is that AI is not some end of the world device. Look at dynamites. Dynamites were made as a tool to help us mine, but certain people use them for bad things. That's essentially how it is with AI. At least that's my opinion of it. Besides, one of the reasons why I drew this Ai Hoshino fan art was specifically because of the fact that I fell in love with an AI version of I. Without that, I wouldn't have been able to spend more time with Ai Hoshino because they killed her in the first episode. Like what? So yeah, AI is not my enemy. And it doesn't have to be an enemy to art. It can help us, it can make things easier for us, but it doesn't have to be a replacement. Nor does it have to be disregarded and just never to be used. It's there and it will always be there. So why not just use it for good? I love art 101%. And I'll continue to love it regardless of how well AI or whichever thing comes into the future and tries to destroy it or ruin it. There's a quote from Monkey D. Luffy that goes something along the lines of, "It's not about if I can. I'm doing this because I want to." And after regaining my passion for art, that's about exactly how I feel. Not just about art, but YouTube itself. I decided a long time ago I was gonna be a YouTuber. And it doesn't matter if I fail or not, I'll still do it. It's not about whether I'm good enough, whether AI is better, someone else is better, or whether or not anyone is watching. I do it because I want to. I love art. I love everything. And I hope you all can continue loving art too. Before we end, can you shout out your social media and tell us if your
Ay, okay.
commissions are
So,
open? Yes, yes.
So ayun, ang ating art account is artsy, ma-artsy,
Artsy. Artsy.
ganyan.
Available on where? On where?
Instagram only.
Instagram only. Okay, okay. Go check out. Go follow Muntuna. He's available on TikTok, Twitter, and where else?
Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
My socials are Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And I'm not currently open for commissions, but I will be next month because I need money for college.
Ganun na lang ako.
Ganun na ano, tapos ilagay ko na lang, no?
So,
Ano?
ito yung mga socials ko. Kung gusto nyo magpa-commission, mag-i-follow na lang din ako para magka-gain ng followers and recognition sa mga tao.
Mhm, mhm.